Boom! Hello mountain bikers, welcome to Gear Show. It's been a month since the last episode, which means we have plenty of stuff to share with you today. We've got helmets, protection and apparel galore, along with some new grips and plenty of new tech. But before we get into any of that, let's check out some of the numerous new bikes that were launched in just the past few weeks. Don't go anywhere.
All right, time out. Johan posted up this review the other day, and we want to know if you think he used the Add Muscles filter to this photo or if he's just that yoked. Let us know in the comments, and while you do that, there's more new stuff coming in faster than Troy Brosnan's winning run at the Leogang World Cup downhill. By the way, he did it on a bike that is not a high pivot, and it had one of those O-chain thingies too. This list of new bikes and products launched within the last month, just within the last month, I don't even know if it's been 30 days. This list is going to hit quickly, but there are links below to our tests, reviews, and news about all of them. Ready? Santa Cruz dropped the new mixed wheel size Bronson, Transition launched the new Spire and Patrol, Reserve released the 30 SL Carbon Trail wheel set, Raw introduced the Madonna 2.2, Rat Boy must have hijacked the Cannondale offices because their new dirt jumper is called Dave, Forbidden launched the Druid GX Ziggy Mullet, Schwalbe released the new Wicked Wheel tire, Scott focused on XC with their all-new Spark, get it, focused. Commensal debuted their prototype virtual high pivot downhill bike, I bet it felt crazy. Specialized has new ground control Renegade and Fast Track tires. Evil launched the new Insurgent. Toyota mega failed, LOL. Rafa entered the MTB world. YT dropped Izzo Core models. Intense updated the 951. Hope has new 198-gram XCR brakes. Santa Cruz, again, launched the new Blur XC and TR, later VPP. Fox released the Transfer SL seat post. We gave away a Trek Slash. Pit Viper creeped us out, or exhilarated us, with their MTB gear. EXT introduced the E-Storia. Halo dropped a $685 Gravitas DH wheel set. Revolve dropped a $650 Traverse alloy wheel set. And Nuke Proof released some riding gear. I'm out. Take it away, Johan.
O'Neill has been around for 50 years by now, and in that time, they've gone from making apparel for motocross to becoming a full-blown protection and apparel specialist for all things two wheels. For 2021, they've produced an impressive range of goods for us mountain bikers, so let's take you through some of what's on offer here. The Pike is a half-shell helmet intended for trail and enduro riding. The two-piece shell features plenty of ventilation holes, and O'Neill paid extra attention to adjustability. The internal harness can be adjusted for height as well as circumference, while the chin straps can be repositioned to ensure that they cradle your ears properly. In terms of safety, O'Neill has included their IPX system, a set of soft cells that are said to help reduce the transmission of both rotational and low-speed impact forces to the head. The Pike is of course certified to the relevant standards in this helmet category as well. The ratcheted visor offers 3 positions, the highest of which will make room for storing goggles during the climbs. On the trail, the IPX is quite comfortable. The helmet only comes in 2 shell sizes, with the LXL fitting this tester's 58.5 centimeter head with the harness synced down about halfway. Fit is an individual thing, but we'd say the Pike will be particularly good for those with a slightly rounder head shape. The helmet is stable in use, and although the visor is pretty long, it's easy to find a position where it is not in the way. Make sure to keep an eye on the visor bolts, as they can work themselves loose quite easily. The ventilation is good, and the helmet provides an overall feeling of lightness. The only slight negative point we've found so far has to do with the placement of the 2 IPX cells up front. They can press into the forehead a bit and make themselves known over a longer ride. Not to the point of being uncomfortable, but if the comfort liner was made a little bit thicker in this area, it would make the issue go away entirely. All told, the Pike offers good value for money in this category of helmets, and is one to consider if safety features and adjustability are high on your list of priorities. If you've been following the channel, you know we're big fans of riding in long pants, so we're always excited to try a new pair. O'Neill's Trailfinder is a lightweight pant intended for all kinds of riding, from bike park to all mountain adventures. The Trailfinder is made from a 4-way stretch fabric with a fairly athletic cut, more or less in line with the recent race-driven trend towards tighter and tighter fits. The lower hem is notably wider than most of the pants we've tested recently, however, while the amount of room for knee pads is on the tight side. This tester wears a 34 in most pants, and that size proved to be on point for the Trailfinder as well, with just a couple of clicks to spare on the ratcheting strap that serves both to close the pant and adjust the waist. There are 2 zippered pockets, while a fairly discreet logo completes the low-key look. On the trail, the stretchy fabric is both comfortable and breathable. The cut works well in action, and the 2 pockets do a good job of providing just enough storage room without placing the cargo in an awkward position. The inseam length is perhaps a tiny bit shorter than other pants we've tested recently, so the hems tend to ride a little higher than we are used to. Note that this tester's legs are proportionally on the longer side, however. Other than that, the pant seems rugged enough to deal with a little wear and tear, and the fabric is easy to clean and super fast to dry. For $99 US, the Trailfinder offers great value and should be one to consider if you're after a comfortable and breathable pant that can do a bit of everything. The O'Neill pinned flat pedal shoe has been around for a few years already, but since we've been literally drowning in shoes in 2021, cut to the clip. Yes, shoes! Ugh. Well, we thought we should give these a quick spin too. The pinned Pro shoe hit the market at a very budget-friendly $89 US, making it one of the cheapest mountain bike-specific shoes around. The overall construction is pretty sturdy, with a fully stitched outsole and plenty of soft padding in the tongue and around the ankle. The inside cuff is raised on the pinned Pro, while there's a non-Pro version with low-cut cuffs available as well. The sole is made from O'Neill's own honey rubber, which they say was made to offer a good balance between grip and the ability to reposition your foot on the pedal. On the trail, we found the grip surprisingly good in the dry, and the shoe provides a certain sense of protection as well, thanks to the reinforced toe box and the raised inner cuff. There's a nylon shank in the sole which helps make the shoe stiffer and promotes better power transfer to the pedals. The fit runs true to size, and the shoe will sink down to accommodate a fairly wide range of foot types. When things get wet, or you get a bit sloppy with your footwork, the grip falls short of the class leaders. But for $90 US, the Pin Pro is a good choice if you ride mainly dry trails and you're looking to spend a bit less than most other shoes in the category. Moving on to protection, O'Neill sent us their latest Flow knee guard to try out. Featuring the same IPX material as in the Pike helmet we presented earlier, the Flow was made for longer rides where comfort and packability are high on the list of priorities. The guard is built around a lycra sleeve with a meshed fabric around the back for extra breathability. The IPX material that makes up the bulk of the guard features a grid pattern that enables massive amounts of airflow right through the main protective pad as well, and there's a silicone strip inside the top hem to help the guard stay in place. On the trail, the Flow guard is very comfortable, and the grid pattern of the IPX pad does indeed provide ample amounts of ventilation. You can literally feel the air blowing on the front of your knee as soon as you start moving. The lycra sleeve is also very comfortable on the skin, and it stays in place while pedaling and moving around on the bike. There are a few drawbacks to the design, however. The open grid pattern of the main knee pad will not only let air in, but also sand and trail debris. It's easy enough to shake out after a ride, but it's still something worth noting. The other issue is the cut of the IPX pad. It doesn't offer enough flexibility along the sides, so it ends up flexing in a weird way when the leg is bent. This also gives it a slightly less secure feeling in action, as it fails to really hug the knee joint like some other guards in this category do. Still, if ventilation is at the very top of your list of criteria when choosing a knee guard for your longer rides, the Flow is worthy of consideration. If you want to complete your look, O'Neill makes a range of jerseys and gloves as well. The Pinnet jersey tested here is a classic polyester jersey with a good number of features: laser-cut ventilation holes at the back of the neck area, a hidden zippered pocket, and a soft goggle wipe inside the hem. There are mesh panels under the arms for extra ventilation, and the tail drops down a bit to ensure coverage for your more athletic moves. The jersey does a decent job of wicking away sweat in all but the warmest conditions, and at just $49.99 US, it offers very good value in our opinion. Complete your look with the super thin Airwear or the sturdier Mayhem gloves, and as the company motto goes, you'll be all kitted out and ready to enjoy the ride. Now, before we move on from O'Neill, the company also sells a range of goggles under the Blur name in the US and as O'Neill in Europe. We received the top-of-the-line B50 goggle to test, which features a unique magnetic system to hold the lens in place. This makes for a wide field of view and also makes it easier to swap out lenses when needed. The lenses are of the dual layer kind, which is great for combating lens fogging, and there's a triple layer foam to help keep your sweat at bay. On the trail, we got good results with both the clear and the mirrored lenses we tested, and we found the fit comfortable and secure. The overall level of ventilation isn't amazing, but the dual layer lens works as advertised to help keep your field of vision clear. The magnetic lens holder system had us skeptical at first, but it works well, and the lens does not seem prone to coming loose at all. An interesting choice if you find yourself swapping lenses a lot. All mountain style, the frame protection specialists from Barcelona have decided to branch out and launch a series of grips. Designed by Cesar Rojo at Cero Design, the Cero Grip features two distinct zones: a harder area with a more pronounced diamond pattern on the thumb side, and a softer area under the rest of the hand. The softer area also features a waffle pattern underneath to help promote better grip. A single lock ring on the inside clamps the grip to the bar, and the outside end is fully sealed off both by the inner sleeve as well as the outer rubber layer. We salute AMS for using 3mm bolts in the lock ring, as these are a lot less prone to stripping than something smaller. The lock ring is also generously dimensioned, which ensures that the grips will not slip. The Cero is 30 mm in diameter across the entire length of the grip, with a subtle flange at the very end. The Berm Grip makes do without the dual zones, but instead features a tapered shape that increases in diameter towards the outside of the grip, growing from 29.5 mm to 33.9 mm. The grid pattern used here features smaller diamond shapes than on the Cero, while the waffle pattern on the underside spans across the whole grip. There are a number of different color options available if you want to try and tie the color scheme of your bike together. We had several of our testers give the new grips a spin, with good feedback from all of them. Both grips are quite firm and do not offer a lot of cushioning, but the level of grip is excellent both with and without gloves. Those with smaller hands, or who appreciate a thinner grip in particular, will be well served by the Cero, while the tapered shape of the Berm strikes a good balance between thick and thin. Although to be clear, if you like a really thick grip, the Berm will likely still feel too thin on the inside for you. We're not entirely sure what the harder rubber used in the inside zone of the Cero is supposed to accomplish. It doesn't really feel much different when riding. Perhaps it provides better resistance to wear from the thumb, which is sometimes the area of the grip that wears out first. It could also be meant to offer increased control. Speaking of style, Vital's new Tech Tee works great both on and off the bike. As all our Gear Club members already know, they had it delivered to them as part of subscription box number 21. Hey, let's try it on. Boom! This thing is dialed. Look good, feel good, ride good. Join the club if you haven't already. You know where the link will be, the description below. DHaRCO is a young Australian company that has been making more and more noise over the past few years, signing up legends of the sport like Kyle Strait and Connor Fearon, and growing their catalogue of performance apparel. More recently, the company has decided to jump on board and sponsor the Commencal Muck-Off World Cup racing team, so Amaury Piron and Myriam Nicole can now be seen flying the DHaRCO flag as well. Diving headfirst into the catalogue to pick out a few items to test, the Gravity Pant and Party jersey represent the quintessential DHaRCO look, inspired by Australia's surf and street culture. The pant fits tight, so consider your average burger intake before ordering. It offers 3 pockets for storage, including a rear pocket which provides the most protection for your phone, although not all of our testers liked this option. The jersey is comfortable on the skin and breathes pretty well in action, as you'd expect from a brand born under the hot sun down under. There's one small pocket for your lift pass and credit card as well, always a nice touch, and the shirt is long enough to ensure you don't suffer an acute case of builder's bum at the wrong time. Much like the pant, the Gravity short features a tight cut as well. Sadly, it lacks the thigh pocket of the pant, which leaves only the hip pocket for storage, and in our opinion it is too small and sits in an awkward place. You won't like carrying your phone here as it will get in the way of pedaling, and like we previously stated, not everybody will love using the rear pocket for that purpose. It works well enough, unless your phone is huge, but it might feel strange in the beginning, and of course there's a pretty big risk of forgetting you have the phone there and ending up sitting on it in the car. Not ideal. The short sleeve jersey is a great option when the temperatures start climbing a bit, the breathable side panels and the shorter sleeves doing their part to keep things cool. This jersey gets the convenient lift pass pocket too. All told, we're stoked on the fit and the performance of DHaRCO stuff, with the exception of the pocket placement on the Gravity short that could do with a little rework. As for the look, we love it. DHaRCO's motto is no ordinary life, and the kit embodies that spirit to perfection. Alright then, that's the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, happy trails.